Welcome to the Press for Conversation podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Layback Corey. I got a special guest, man. He's a professional boxer, but he had a great amateur background, man. He's from here, Detroit, Michigan. He also got a great program called The Grindhouse we gonna get into. We gonna talk some real stuff today. My main man, James Lester Jr. What's up, man?
What's up, man? Hold on. I gotta correct you and everybody else. I love my dad, but I'm really not a junior.
Not?
I'm not. Like, we got the same first and last name. Our middle names is different.
Oh, okay. See, we didn't know that. Everybody didn't know that.
I know. See, that's a fun fact. See how deep I'm getting?
Oh, man. So, what made you get into boxing?
My dad used to box. So, obviously, you know what I'm saying, BB, his son, is like, he put me in it, you know what I'm saying, to keep me, you know what I'm saying, the story, to keep me out the streets and stuff.
So tell us about this outstanding amateur career you had.
Like a lot of people say outstanding. Like for me, I didn't see it as outstanding. Like I just saw it as, you know what I'm saying, me doing my thing and winning and trying to get to my goal. But it was fun. You know what I'm saying? Like the amateur career was very fun because I did a lot of traveling. You know, from I went to England. I've been all over the United States, so my career was awesome.
Why would you say it wasn't outstanding?
From my view, like what I went through, you know what I'm saying, coming up with the crunk people, you know what I'm saying? Like
So tell us what you went through and break it down to us and let us know what's going on.
Like for me, it was favoritism. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Like I was the top rated amateur, you know what I'm saying, at one time. I was number 2 in the country when nobody else, you know what I'm saying, was rated in the gym. You feel me? So a lot of the attention and the pushing of, you know what I'm saying, to that pro status was on other fighters and not me, and I took it, you know what I'm saying, kind of personally, and it fucked with me.
So at that time you kind of felt like it was disrespectful, basically.
No, I didn't think it was disrespectful. I was young, you know what I'm saying, but I was looking at it like, damn, like I'm winning, you know what I'm saying, like I'm kicking ass, like you know what I'm saying, I'm on the news and everything, you know what I'm saying, but I wasn't getting that. At that time, I didn't get that approval from certain people who I looked up to, you know what I'm saying? And I wasn't treated, you know what I'm saying, as other fighters was treated to get to that pro status.
That's great. So who did you fight in your amateur career? What boxing celebrities did you get a chance to fight in your career?
I fought Anthony and Andre the Real.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I lost to Andre, but I beat Anthony.
Oh, you beat Anthony?
Yeah.
Okay. What weight was that at?
Shit, I was small. Like he was fluctuating, so that was probably like 119 or 112 pounds.
So I see during your amateur career you had a chance to meet Oscar De La Hoya.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Shit, Emmanuel Stewart. Man, I was 13 years old, and I think me and my dad, we was down there not that long, you know what I'm saying, but I was smoking, and Emmanuel, you know what I'm saying, took liking into me, you know, and he asked my dad, can I come out to Oscar De La Hoya house out in Big Bear when he was training for Hector Camacho. And I was out there for like 2 weeks, staying at, you know what I'm saying, we were staying in a separate house, but we was going to Oscar De La Hoya house like every day, hooping with him, talking with him, you know what I'm saying, everything.
Oh, you was hooping with Oscar De La Hoya?
Yeah.
Did you bust his ass?
Yeah. He ain't no hooper.
Don't let me find out you got dunked on by the Golden Boy.
I got pictures of me shooting the ball on, you know what I'm saying, like of playing basketball in his backyard and everything. I should, you know what? I got pictures downstairs that I took out my gym. I should have brought them up.
How many amateur fights did you have, James?
It's not the actual number. I probably had like 97 and 99 fights.
So by you having that much experience, I know. Tell us about what happened in 2003 at the USA Challenge tournament.
Shit. I made it all the way to the finals. I beat the number one dude at that time was if I'm pronouncing his name right, but we used to call him Ray Whitfield. He was out of Augusta, Georgia. I beat him, and then I had fought in the U.S. Challenge. I lost in the U.S. Challenge in the finals, but that still qualified me for the Olympic trials, whatever. But right after the U.S. Challenge, we got drug tested. You know what I'm saying? Right, like soon as we got out the ring, you know what I'm saying? We had to go get drug tested, and my drug test came back negative for ephedrine. You know what I'm saying? At the time, I'm like, ephedrine? I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that is. You know what I'm saying? But then they gave us the ban list soon as they gave us the drug test. You get what I'm saying? Oh, okay. So once I found out, you know what I'm saying, that my shit was negative, we went down the list of like, damn, what the fuck could I have took? And it was a cough medicine called Trimetic. I had a cold before the tournament, you know what I'm saying? And my mom gave it to me. Like my dad, if I'm not mistaken, my dad and my mom didn't want me to fight because I was sick. I'm like, no, fuck that. I'm like, I didn't say fuck that, but I'm like, no, I want to fight. You know what I'm saying? So she gave me the medicine. You know what I mean? And once it came back negative, you know what I mean, they gave me the ultimatum of either taking it to trial or I get stripped of my money, I get stripped of my rankings, and my Olympic trial spot. But if I took it to trial, they said that if they would have found me guilty, I would have been suspended from boxing for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So at that age, I'm like, man.
So you kind of was in a losing situation.
I wouldn't say losing situation. It was just like
a tough situation.
Tough, you know what I'm saying? And then on some real shit, at that time they was pressuring me because we had the Worlds in like 2 weeks where I was going to Thailand. You get what I'm saying? So they pressured me. I got this. I'm thinking about going to the World. Like, damn, I want to go to the Worlds. I've never been there. You know what I'm saying? But if I go to trial and be suspended for, you know what I mean? All this, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm like, just strip. You know what I mean? But
so dealing with that moment, at that moment, I know you probably saying, you know what? Fuck boxing. Did you have that the attitude say fuck boxing?
Yeah, I said fuck boxing. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like it was, you know what I'm saying, politics. You know what I'm saying? But it was still like, you know, my dad was there to inspire me though. Like, you know what I'm saying, we got, you know, it's all good. You know what I mean? We could have also, thinking back, you know what I'm saying, over the years and shit, like I'm past everything. You know what I'm saying? This is just shit that I'm bringing out. But we could have stayed, or we should have stayed a few more years as an amateur. I wasn't ready to go pro. You know what I'm saying? But by that shit happening with the drug test, I was like, fuck amateurs. Like, shit, we about to go try to get the, you know what I'm saying, the belt. But mentally and physically, I wasn't ready for the pros.
Yeah. Speaking of that, do you think, like you say you weren't ready for the pros, so you basically turned pro before your time?
Hell yeah.
Right. Is that because of the frustration you was dealing with in boxing?
Yeah, most definitely. And on top of that, I just had a daughter. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, shit, I'm gonna keep fighting amateur, and then I was starting from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Because they took my ranking, so it's like I wasn't getting no more money from USA Boxing. You feel me? So it's like, shit, I got a daughter. You know what I mean? I just had to start fighting. So all that pressure at one time was like, fuck it. But really, I wasn't ready.
So going through what you was going through your pro career, do you feel backstabbed in the sport of boxing?
Ooh, backstab? I wouldn't say backstab, but I would say blackball. I would say I was blackball, like in a pro boxing, as far as Detroit.
What was the most time you ever felt that you? When was the time that you felt blackballed in boxing?
Well, I felt blackballed. I mean, on some real shit, like as many fights as they threw in Detroit, right? Pro shows, and I tried to get on a few of them, like to the point where I felt like I was begging, and I was like, man, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? And I start fucking with out of town matchmakers, and you know what I'm saying. And plus, you know, Detroit don't pay no money anyway. But I don't know a time where like it was strictly a blackball. You know what? Fuck that. Yeah. It was a time. It was a time where I was supposed to fight at DeCarlo's. And I forget the the lawyer name that used to throw the shows there. He passed away. He brought along Team Cannon. He brought along Rydell Booker, Tommy. I want to say Davidson. What is his name? He rested his soul too, man. He died too.
Tommy Robinson,
and
Tony Nolan,
and Tony Nolan and Ruben. I forgot his name. And then Carlos had a show that same day, right? So I had an opponent. His name Eric Rucker. I remember all this shit. His name Eric Rucker. We signed we didn't sign the contract because it's Detroit. We don't sign a contract, so we have to weigh in. But we agreed to fight each other. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So we get to the weigh-in, and I weigh in. My dude's still not here. All the way to everybody done weighed in. It's time to go. Like they like, all right. He said he was on the road. Ooh, he gonna weigh in tomorrow or whatever. I'm like, all right, bet we'll be here at such and such time. So get to the fight. Well, before that, we ain't get no call about it. You know what I'm saying? We'll come to find out that Carlos had this is what was told to me. Carlos had took my opponent and put him on his show. You know what I'm saying? This is what was told to me. So from my view, I don't know why he did it or if he really actually did it, but at that time I felt like he did that shit because of who, you know what I'm saying, Carlos has been portrayed as. You feel me? I didn't never fuck with Carlos on the only time I knew Carlos, I actually met Carlos when I was at Lennox Lewis training camp. You know what I'm saying? This was before he was even a matchmaker. He was working for Emmanuel and shit. You know what I'm saying? So for him to do that, and for somebody to even put him and say his name that he did that I felt like that was a backstab.
Did you ever approach Carlos about that? Did you ever ask him about that?
Fuck yeah, that same day of the fight.
Oh, okay.
Like that same day of the fight, I ended up calling my big homie Trick. You know what I'm saying? Him and some of my OGs. Like it was about 6 or 7, 6 foot, 300 pound niggas. We went straight to his fight at Garden Bowl. You know what I'm saying? And we called him out, put him in the circle, and you know what I'm saying? And I asked him, like, yo, did you do that? Of course he said no. You know what I'm saying? He said no. I can't force a motherfucker to tell me something that I want to hear. So I was like, all right, you know what? I'm like, that's what was told to me, so I can't approach you. It is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? I'm like, but if you did do it, that was some whole ass shit. So right after that, he tried to give us VIP pass and everything to come to the thing, but we ended up leaving.
So dealing with everything you done dealt with in boxing, what keep you around the sport of boxing?
The love, like, some real shit. Like, motherfuckers don't know, like, me growing up, man, I was a bad motherfucker. I think that's why my daddy named me Bad Boy. Like, I used to be into a lot of shit. Like, I used to be into a lot of shit, man. Like, at a young age. You know what I'm saying? So, boxing and me fighting in the streets, like, and that shit that people don't even know. Like, I used to do dumb shit for no reason. You know what I'm saying? But the love of boxing and love of fighting, like, I just love fighting.
So how do you feel about Detroit boxing now, as a whole?
As a whole, it ain't no whole.
Do you still see some of the things that's fuckery, or, I mean...
Fuckery? I mean, it's fuckery in boxing, period. You know what I'm saying? But as far as Detroit boxing, like... Yeah, it's definitely some backstabbing fuckery, like, you know, like shit that happened to me with, you know what I'm saying, with my gym on the lodge, you know what I'm saying, like, not saying no names, you know, because it's not all the way 100% legit, you know what I'm saying, but somebody that's close to me had called the city and police, you know what I'm saying, to go check and see if our building was up to code, you know what I'm saying, for whatever reason, you know what I mean? I don't know, you know what I'm saying, but I did get a little buzz in my ear about, you know what I'm saying, who it could be, you know what I'm saying, but that's where I left it at. I'm at peace with it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is.
Maybe it could have been a competitional thing.
Ain't no competition with me, like, if anybody know me, like,
Well, it don't have to directly be you. It could have been the other person in the situation.
oh well,
If it's true, I don't,
but I don't see how, you know what I'm saying, like,
it could become a conflict of interest. And I want to break it down to you because
what up, Donald?
that's like if you had a boxing gym across just another boxing gym across the street, and then y'all direct across the street. Their fighters you could end up taking their fighters, or y'all
That's
could
not
take.
what I do. I'm from the old school.
It's not you, but I'm just saying how other people think.
But people know me, so they say, or so they say they fuck with me. Like,
Well, people can know you still fuck over you, James. You know that, don't you?
that's a proven fact. Like, I mean, like, I'm gonna be 100. Like, I think, like, some of the shit that happened to me, like, my wife tell me don't do it, but I do it anyway. Like, I blame myself, like, because I be too loyal and too, you know what I'm saying, like, too friendly with motherfuckers, man.
That too, but I know you got a hard time trusting people in boxing.
Yeah, because of the boy, you know what I'm saying? Because of the shit I go through, you know what I'm saying? Like, on some real shit, like, you know, I done asked numerous of coaches, you know what I'm saying, to come help me out down at the Coleman, you know what I'm saying, at the grindhouse, like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Like, back then it was fucking with me. Like, damn, niggas ain't really fucking with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, you know what? Fuck it. It ain't meant for them to. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep doing, because I run my shit how I run. I don't run no bullshit ass boxing system. Like,
Now you said coaches, and we about to take it there. So, say coaches. Do you think what do you think of the coaches here in the city of Detroit?
it's the people that know you who fuck over you. Yeah, that's what he just said. My bad, bro. Guy Packer, what up, boy? You said what, bro? My bad.
Pay attention.
I am.
No, I'm just fucking.
You know we gonna kick it, man.
I'm just saying that your trainers in Detroit.
Uh-huh.
How do you feel about the coaches in Detroit now?
On some real stuff, I really don't know too many of the coaches. I just know a handful that came up that's still doing it, you know what I'm saying, when I was still fighting. Like, the new coaches, I don't know none of them.
Okay. So, have you ever thought about coming back to boxing? Have you ever thought about
Fighting?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. What fighter don't? But
No, it's a lot of people say fuck boxing, bro. It's a lot of people that say
Listen. If I know I'm not the only fighter, dog, that watch boxing and really be looking at that shit like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? I said fuck boxing. I'm not boxing no more. I'm not fighting. I still spar. Like, real shit, I spar, but I'm not about to get in the ring and fight no more, because for one, I like to smoke. I train, you know what I'm saying? I'm still in shape and shit.
James, I just asked you what you think about getting back in the ring. You just said yes, motherfucker. Which
No,
one?
I think about it, but I don't want to do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Of course it crossed my mind, but I'm not going to do it. It's a thought. That's it.
I mean, you ever thought about being the gatekeeper? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how some people look at your record and be like, "Oh, he's an opponent. He ain't that good," and you just a guy's that guy that upset people.
I thought about that, man. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, where's the money? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's really about that now. Like, that's what boxing is about now. It's not about motherfuckers getting to the championship and shit. So if the money ain't, it don't make sense to even do that. A gatekeeper, like, fuck that shit.
What changes, if you would know what you know now, what changes you would have made as a young James Lester? What changes you would have made in your boxing career, or just overall?
Only thing I would have changed was I would have kept motivating myself. That's it. Because I look at my fights, like, on some real shit, I didn't think I was as good as I was, though. Like, I knew I was fucking niggas up, but that was just because, like, that was it. But actually looking at myself, like, I was a fucking beast. Like, You know what I'm saying? But if I would have kept myself motivated mentally, like, because some days, like, I ain't want to do that shit, like, for real, but I still push myself, you know what I'm saying? But outside the ring, I couldn't push myself.
Do you think your dad pushed you hard enough?
Fuck yeah. But I don't think he put, even if he would have pushed me, you know what I'm saying, a little harder, it's still on me, though. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of, that's like, that nigga pushed me, but if I ain't pushing, you know what I'm saying, too, that's ridiculous. Like, fuck that. I don't need nobody to push me. I need to push myself. And I should have.
Did you feel more support and more supportive when you met your wife? Did you see more support in her than you ever felt?
Hell no. I always had support from, like, family. Like, that's all that came to my, you know what I'm saying? That's all I needed. And my 7 mile niggas. Like, look, on some real shit. I went to Persian, man. I used to pack Persian out, bro. All my 7 mile niggas used to come through there. All my family, you know what I'm saying?
That's right, because you grew up on Dwyer, correct?
Yeah, well, man, I grew up all down 7 Mile, like from Woodward to Grass shit. Like.
Yeah, you just.
And I lived on the west side. Yeah, and I lived on the west side. I stayed in Brightmore until I was 19, from 16 to 19.
Well, take us down memory lane, man. Do you remember your first amateur fight?
Fuck yeah, I was 55 pounds. It was the Silver Gloves tournament. I fought this Mexican. That's all I really fought coming up because I was small. I fought this Mexican from Azteca boxing gym from, I think it was Lansing. And I beat him. Like,
I think they're from Pontiac.
Pontiac?
Yeah, Pontiac.
Okay, yeah, Pontiac. Yeah, Pontiac. Because we took Woodward. You're right.
Yeah, too much weed, man.
I mean, it's so. You said my very first fight, dog. You know how old I am right now, nigga?
Man, y'all know you remember your first fucking fight in the amateurs?
Yeah, but I ain't gonna remember the whole city, the time,
I ain't asked you the whole city and time. I just asked you what type of fight, man. Boy, I tell you.
You talking about some too much weed, like
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because you said Lansing, motherfucker.
Okay, my nigga.
You said down Woodward, so you know it's a
Next question, dog.
That's why I fuck with you, man. My God, James. Tell us about this grindhouse, James. How did you come with the name grindhouse?
My wife did.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because look, me and my bro, Lance Fisher, hey, shout out to Fame, man. Hey, make sure y'all fuck when he do grindhouse fitness, like, and he do bodybuilding with physique, like, fitness, like, that's my bro. But in like 2000, I want to say 13, we had, because he was into fitness and I'm in the boxing. We're like, man, we might as well just combine both of them and come up with a gym name where, you know what I'm saying, I train the fighters and you get them in, you know what I'm saying, killer shape, you know what I'm saying. We was like, all right, we got to come up with a name. So I was trying to come up with names for days, and I asked my wife and shit, and she came up with a couple of names. I don't remember them, but that one just stood out, and it was Grindhouse Boxing and Grindhouse Fitness now. So fuck with Lance Fisher, man, Grindhouse Fitness.
Do you go to the amateur shows, James?
Nope.
Oh, so you just don't go? When the last time you been to one?
Amateur?
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
What about professional?
The last one I went to was at the Dearborn Civic Center.
Oh, okay. When the last time you trained, you personally, trained?
I trained, like, boxing?
Yeah,
It's been since we did handwork.
Oh, it's been a while.
But I work out every day. Like, I go to the gym, lift weights. I do push-ups every day, squats, all that shit.
That's cool, man. So, where you got Grindhouse now? Where's the company at now? Like,
it's stagnant right now. Cause Come Young getting remodeled. That's where, you know what I'm saying. That's where I really want to keep it. You know what I'm saying. But you know, if I'm thinking profit, you know what I'm saying, I gotta have my own shit. You know what I'm saying. But if I want to just stay focused on the kids, like, and that's really where my heart at. You know what I'm saying, like. Because I want to do a whole, I want to do a whole program as far as having, like, mental health, financial, you know what I'm saying, financial stability classes, all that in one with Grindhouse, you know what I'm saying, because Grindhouse to me is not just a gym. You know what I'm saying? That's my lifestyle. Like I grind for my house every fucking day. You know what I'm saying?
So tell us, outside of boxing, I know you're a family man.
Most definitely.
Family man. Tell us about, because I know sometimes you used to be in the studio as far as the music. What was you doing there?
Shit. All my close friends, like my homies and shit was rapping. You know, Trick, Diesel, Rue. Then my best friend, he Trick little brother. Well, he Trick brother. I ain't gonna say he grown as fuck. He Trick brother, and he is DJ. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy how that whole thing is. But that's how I was in the studio though.
So, okay, a couple more questions. Then I'm gonna let it go. What do you think about the Detroit fighters here in Detroit? What do you think about the fighters here in Detroit?
Like, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know who's fighting.
Okay, you did say you don't keep up with it.
Yeah,
right?
I don't keep up with it too much. But the one dude I do fuck with, I fuck with Marvin
Marvin?
from World's Best.
Marlin.
Yeah, when I say Marvin, Marlin. Yeah, I fuck with Marlin, dog. Like he zoned in. Like,
Yeah, he fight May 26th at the Dearborn Civic Center.
That's the one Rydell fighting on?
Salina Promotion, huh?
Ain't Rydell fighting on that one?
Yeah, Rydell Booker. He fighting a dude named Wally. Yeah, the guy who fought Tyson Fury.
I was already going because of Rydell, but I'm for sure going. I fuck with Marlon, man. Because on some real shit, like to me, he trained different than any Detroit. He remind me, he trained different than any Detroit fighter in the scene. Like to me.
He do. He trains hard and he takes it serious.
And,
but
he's real focused, man.
It's another guy too, man, that's focused over there named Dwayne Taylor. He's getting down this weekend at Motor City Casino, May the 13th. Dwayne Taylor. He also taking care of business too.
Who else fight on there?
That's all I know of. The dude named Derry Miller, he fighting on there. Dude named Matthew Rodriguez, he fighting on there. This dude named Vernon Weber, he's fighting on there. If I'm saying his name, I think I'm saying his name right.
Oh, yeah,
if not, but Vernon, he fighting on there. So a lot of guys I really don't know because I ain't been to a pro show in so long. Right. So I be working.
I'm going to that one at Rydell and Marlon fighting.
Oh yeah, I got to support them too. Yep, and I also got a chance to see my favorite fighter, Jericho O'Quinn. I like Jericho O'Quinn too as well.
I remember I was thinking about fighting him.
Oh yeah,
I was.
Yeah, he's too small. Nah, he's small. He's smaller than you.
You know how much I weigh right now?
How much?
Like 137, 138.
Still bigger.
I could get down to 25.
James, don't start.
I don't have to. I ain't even train.
Making me jealous. I can't train and still gain.
Look, as soon as I train, I'm gonna lose 10 pounds easy.
I believe you because I've seen you do it before.
Yeah,
it was hilarious, man.
I've been doing
this. You a fool, dog. Because you know me, when I can, you know.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Hey, man, but for everybody out here that's watching this podcast show, how can they get in touch with James Lester?
Shit, I would get my number out, but go on Grindhouse Boxing on Instagram, and you can hit me up on JLess313 on Instagram. That's it. But I really don't be on there until the gym get back open for real. What up, Dave?
To the gym get back open?
Yeah, they talking about in August. That's what they say.
Okay. Well, y'all, make sure y'all follow my man James on all platforms. Grindhouse, man. He got his thing.
Grindhouse
going.
Boxing.
Grindhouse Boxing. I don't know why.
No, because it's other grindhouses out there for real.
Right. I should have said that, man. And if you don't mind me, I want to give a shout out to one person, man, that I think he deserves a shout out. He's James Fighter Sharif, man. Shout out to him too, man. For real, man. Shout out to him, man. At his endeavor, man. Sharif Fitness, man. So, but until then, y'all, this your main man, Corey, man. Mr. Layback Corey from the Press for Conversation podcast, man. Check me out on all platforms, man. Thank you so much for tuning in today, though. We appreciate y'all. Peace.